let's begin with content orientation. Most people are uncertain to shoot videos horizontally or vertically. So what this means is like you're not sure if you want to shoot this way or this way. Horizontal format is widely accepted everywhere because it's a normal thing. Because films were shot that way, videos are shot that way. But so this horizontal platform is they use the aspect ratio of 16:9. Okay, 16:9. Uh, so platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these are common social media websites that accept horizontal. And then there's also vertical content. So vertical videos, on the other hand, they use the opposite. They use 9/16. Okay, but the same platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, they also accept vertical content. But Instagram, they accept it a different way. Instagram, instead of posts, is Instagram stories. Okay, and for YouTube now you can upload a vertical video but if you were to view it on a computer, it will probably still have like the black color bar next to it. But if you watch on your phone, right, it'll be full. There is apps like TikTok that is strictly just vertical. So TikTok, if you were to upload a horizontal video, the app will be slanted. Like you upload a horizontal video, you have to turn your phone like this to watch it, and then everything else is slanted. So it makes no sense lah. This is the workflow that goes into producing a video. Okay, we have pre-production, production, and post-production. Okay, during pre-production is where you have to plan out what type of videos you want to produce and plan out how to execute it. So, for example, let's say you have an idea for a video, right? You'll take a piece of paper. Okay, nowadays got technology, right? You just type it out. You type an idea. Okay, so that's how you can work on your idea. And then after that, let's say some of you are visually you can see the idea visually better. So that's why we have storyboarding. So you can sketch out what you see in your head. At the same time, you can also write down how the idea can be conceptualized and developed on. Okay, so and then thirdly, in pre-production, we have deliverables planning. Yeah, so deliverables planning is basically when you are planning out a video. For example, you want to make a promotional video for, let's say, YouTube, okay, and you shoot it in 16:9, which is horizontal, okay, but you already upload to YouTube, and then you think about it. I think maybe I want to upload to TikTok, but how like that? You already shot it this way. This is why planning ahead is important lah. So before you even shoot the video, know where you want to post it. So you know which orientation you want to shoot. Production is basically executing what you have planned out in pre-production. So you're taking your ideas from paper and gonna go out there and produce it, gonna shoot it. So production can consist of shooting it, even making the set design itself is also part of production. The lighting is also part of production. In some cases, you might have to reshoot. Okay, so after you already shot all your assets that from planning, you shot it already. Now what's next? Next is to stitch them all up together to produce a video. Okay, so in post production, we will assemble the clips, edit them, and match them in a sequence to form the video with the deliverables in mind lah. So when you edit, you must already know you want to put where. You want to put on TikTok, okay, I will edit in this 9:16. You want to put on Facebook, okay, I want to put 1:1. So this whole workflow is how to say, is very versatile. It's not just if the flow is like that. So how the whole workflow is, let's say you already plan a video, okay? Then you shot it, and then you reach at the editing phase, which is post-production. At post-production, let's say you already shot it, but it doesn't look good. You don't like it. So you have to go back to production and reshoot. Okay? You reshoot already. So you reshoot already, and it goes back to post-production. But what if you go to post-production? Make the whole video already. And then in the end, you actually don't like it. And that's why you have to go back to pre-production, replan what what you don't like about the video, and then the whole workflow will start over again. So that's why I would say pre-production is the most important. If you can nail down the pre-production and plan out how you want to shoot it, everything should go smoothly lah. You will need a smartphone, of course. You need a bright room or location to film in, and also a small set or a location that is nice that you want to shoot at. It's that simple. This one, if you are more cow, you more pro, right? You will have this. So let's say you have a ring light. You have a ring light, or you have like a phone tripod, and then this will be easier for you to create the videos lah. But even if you don't have them, it's okay lah. And also, if you have a second smartphone, it will also help in making the videos better. Why I say that is maybe you can use one phone as a camera, another phone is nearer to you as a microphone. Okay, so basically resolution, for those that don't know, is the number of pixels you see on the screen. But in a simpler term, you can say that resolution is the quality of the video. So you know when you go and browse YouTube, there's a like a gear that you can adjust the setting. You can see all type of numbers, right? So the higher the resolution, the higher the quality of the video. Okay, so but we will learn how to shoot in full HD because full HD is the standard right now. All smartphones now are able to shoot in full HD. Full HD is 1080p. Okay, so some models can shoot up to 4K resolution or even 8K, like I mentioned before. So like this example I'm showing here, you can see the difference between the Android and iPhone settings. If you own either Android or iPhone, you will have this setting in your camera. So as you can see, I'm gonna refer to the iPhone one. iPhone one is simpler to see. Okay, iPhone one, you see at the bottom there, it says there 720p HD all the way to 4K at the bottom. So that being 720p is the lowest resolution, 4K is the highest. Just a take note, the higher the resolution you shoot, the more memory you will use. So make sure you got space in your phone before if you plan to shoot higher resolution, okay? So FPS means frames per second. Frames per second. So FPS, frames per second, means the number of frames in 1 second. So as you see in the screenshot, you see the options for 30 and 60 FPS, right? So there's 30 FPS, 60 FPS. When you shoot at 30 FPS, it is similar to how films shoot because films is like normal movement, but 60 FPS is for more frames. To shoot slow motion, you need more frames. So ideally, you use 60 FPS and above. So if you want to shoot slow motion, go higher frame rate lah. Composition is how you frame a subject or compose your shot lah. The rules of third is where we divide the image into thirds, and then we use 2 out of 3 of the grid to frame the subject. So as you can see on the left, the subject is in 2 out of 3 of the grid. Yeah. So this kind of framing is this off-center composition is pleasing to the eye because it's typically where the eyes go first. So when there's a subject or object off center, it also gives the viewer the ability to interact with the space between them. So this allows for like interpretation and conversation. So like you see my subject, so he's looking to someone. There's a space there, right? There's nothing there, right? Yeah. So that's what we call negative space. So in this framing, this is for conversation lah. So you want to frame someone like this, make sure that where he's looking at, there's a negative space, there's nothing there. So let's say you want your product to be really dead center. So you need a guide, right? So in your phones, when you turn on the grid, you can use that grid as a guide to frame your subjects better. Like this one, for example. The foreground is actually a Starbucks cup. And the subject is in the mid-ground, and the background is just the wall. So for a better use of this method of composition, the background should be further. So let me show you a better example. Using this was all shot by using a phone. Like this, for example, I'm using the plant as the foreground, and my subject is the mid-ground, and then the background is far away. But this one is example indoors. But if you shot outdoors, it can be much more obvious. Next is common shot sizes used when producing a video. We have the wide, medium close-up, and close-up. The wide shot, we show most of the subject, and it's normally used to show the environment or the space. Okay, medium close up is framed from the chest up and typically favors the face, but it still keeps the subject somewhat distant. You can see like he's near, but it's actually quite far. So close up is okay. Close up is used to show like emotions and expressions of a person. Like you imagine watching a K drama, and it comes to a scene where the oppa is crying for the girl, but the shot, if the shot is far away, would you feel anything? So this is where we use the close up. We can see more of the expression. So let's say we use for another context instead of a person, we use a product. So close up is very important in product also. Like the if you have seen phone commercials, they always close up super close the phone camera to show dual pixel camera, whatever. Yeah, so that's why close up is so key here. I would suggest to use the rear camera, which is the camera on the back, not on the screen side, because generally the camera on the back is better quality than the front one. Let's say you're shooting using a rear camera, right? You're shooting yourself. How am I supposed to see myself? If you can, grab a mirror, put it in front of the screen so you can see yourself. Now you're wondering. So let's say you don't have a phone tripod, we can use a stack of books to use as a tripod for a stable shot, as you can see here in my example. And lastly, my tip is to shoot during the day or somewhere that's bright lah, because it's proven that when you shoot videos on phone at night, the quality is very bad. So please shoot during like brighter areas lah. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example of what we call rushes. Rushes is like footages that you're gonna use in the video, but it's not edited in yet. So let me show you some of my rushes. Yeah, this is my first one. This is my second one. This is my last one. So some audio recording tips for smartphone. You use your phone, right, to record audio, but you don't hold it. You don't hold it. Okay. So first of all, you must start in a quiet room. Everything so let's say appliances like fan or aircon. Actually, if you just keep quiet, you can hear that they make a lot of noise. Okay, so when you're recording, you want the audio to be clean. You don't want to hear anything else. You don't want to hear children or anything. You make sure that you're in a quiet room. Switch off the aircon, switch off the fan, just for a while, just to record this audio. And then, if you can, try to record as close as possible to your subject. So, like me, I'm talking right now. You can put the phone nearer to you. Okay. So the next thing is refrain from holding the phone, because when you hold the phone like this, right, the mic is inside the phone. So when your finger is like fidgeting or you just move a bit, the vibration will be picked up by the phone. Okay, we want to record clean sound as much as possible. What I recommend is you can either, if you have a phone tripod, you can mount it on a phone tripod, or you can get like something that's high that you can rest on, and then you just speak into the microphone of your phone. So it depends. Some phones, their microphone is at the bottom. Some phones, their microphone is on top. Okay, so how you can tell is you just record, then you just talk from here, and then talk from here, then you can tell where is the mic actually is lah. Yeah, then when you actually want to do recording, don't hold the phone lah, put it on a stable surface. So let's summarize what we have learned today. So we did content orientation, horizontal, vertical. We learned how to shoot on the smartphone, and we also learned how to record clean audio.